Hey, welcome everybody to the Harland Highway podcast. And before we get going on today's episode, which is a great episode, one of my best buddies, Michael Rosenbaum, from the hit television series Smallville. Michael played Lex Luthor for the duration of the smash hit series. Smallville, the story of Superman when he was young and Lex Luthor when he was young, and Michael and I have a long friendship, and on today's show, we're going to take you on a journey to the Amazon River. We're going to take you on a journey to the Burning Man Festival. We're going to take you on a journey to Shark Country. I mean, there's all kinds of cool film clips in this episode, and a little teaser trailer for a documentary film that I actually shot that's never been seen before. You'll be the first to see this footage. It's pretty cool stuff. But please remember to subscribe. There's a little button right here. Please subscribe so I can keep bringing you more great guests like Michael and all my other great guests. And tell your friends to get on the Harland Highway, but hit that subscribe button. And for sure with this episode, leave us some comments down below in the comments section because me and Michael actually make a request during the podcast to have you reach out and help us. So hope you enjoy this episode. My good buddy, Michael Rosenbaum. Let's have some fun. Let's go on an adventure down the Harland Highway. Here we go.
You're riding down the Harland Highway.
All right, hold tight on the Harland Highway Show.
Harland Williams.
Yeah, here we are, gang. Oh, wow, we got someone doing the air guitar. I'll tell you who it is in a minute, but you're here on the Harland Highway with air guitar Wally. Wow, dude. Whoa, is that Eddie Van Halen? Whoa, Van Halen.
Yeah, really nice. Nice. Did you compose that music?
No, it's the theme music.
Right, but is it something you composed, or
No.
Did you just rip it off for free somewhere?
No, it actually came in the sound system that I bought, the mixing board.
Oh,
it's like, I know
it's free.
It's a freebie, yeah.
I would have given you a song off my new album. You could.
Oh, can we start off? This is Michael Rosenbaum, by the way.
Hi, guys.
My buddy, actor, singer. He has a band. He's a philanthropist. He's
podcaster.
You're a podcaster. He does so much, and we've been buddies for so long. But can we kick it off with you, like, singing me, like, just one of your favorite lyrics from one of your songs? Is that too weird to ask you to sing? I'll sing back to you. I'll sing a little thing back to you.
Well, I'm trying to think of a song that would work.
Like you have like.
I mean, there's so many songs off the new album, but like me singing it like just by myself,
like MTV Unplugged, except there's no MTV and there's no plug, so it's just you singing.
I'll go to heaven if I say so. That's all I remember.
Wow. I'll go to heaven if I say so.
You know what? I could just play a little thing here.
If you want to,
well,
guy.
how about that? That'd be better than me kind of acapelling. I just woke
I know,
up
but
and shower.
People love you raw. They love you unplugged.
Raw.
I love you unplugged when I can't hear you talk.
Jesus.
Guy burns his buddy right out of the gate. Oh. Yes. Sounds good. Ooh.
There you go, a little taste.
Dude!
A little taste. It's cool. I called I Go to Heaven.
Yeah.
And
my God.
we've been working on this new album, the band Sunspin. And
Sunspin.
It's a passion project. Look, I don't think I'm going to be a rock star, a movie star.
Yes, you do.
Well,
I know,
star.
my God. You dream and want to be one.
No, I just want to make music.
You do. You will and you are. We all have.
No, I've always wanted. I'm too old now. I just
you're
turned
not.
50. I turned 50.
Bruce
You're too
Springsteen
old.
still tours and he's 97
But
years
he
old.
started when
he's
he
got
was-
a colostomy bag. He's in a wheelchair. He has no legs. He's got nubs.
He was a rock
and he
star early in
started
his life.
the coronavirus.
He was a rock star early in his life.
Yeah, but
and then he continued to be a rock star. You can't just all of a sudden come out of nowhere and be a rock star at 50, can you, folks?
You can. A hit song does all of that for you. You have it like that. Sounded amazing.
It's a really good song.
A hit song can take you from being a hobby guy, and I'm not a shrimp. These are air quotes.
Okay.
You're allergic to shrimp, so I'm just saying that. So these are air quotes. I'm not a shrimp, Michael Rosenbaum. You're not going to get puffy and have an outbreak because I'm doing this. So the guy, you have a chance of being a rock star as easy as anyone. A hit song will do that.
A long time ago, I was always nervous about singing, and I always loved music so much, and I had a passion for it, and I loved playing guitar. And then one day I just thought, you know, you don't have to sing like Adam Lambert. You don't have to sing like Sting. Why don't you just do what you love?
Be you.
And be you.
Yeah.
And honest to God, it sounds hokey, but that's what's fun, is making your own shit, Harland.
It's the best.
Doing your own stuff, having passion, and some people, they dig it.
And no one loves music more than this guy. Everywhere we go on a road trip, we do a barbecue, anywhere we go, you love music.
I do.
You love the 80s in particular, and the 70s, but 80s the most.
I love Chicago.
You do? Great city.
A great city, great band. Great band.
Old days, sometimes I remember.
Sundays. How did do that? You guys got to listen to the song. It's called Old Days by Chicago.
Okay, so what's your favorite 80s song? Like, what is that?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I mean, Chicago's If You Leave Me Now is one of my favorites.
Will you sing a little bit of that to me?
If you leave me now, you'll take away the biggest part. Oh, man, this guy's stripping.
What? I was the biggest part of me. My heart's in there.
The biggest part of.
This is where my heart is.
Great.
Can you not interrupt my moment?
Sorry,
Can you start again, please?
Got a little fun comfortable for me here.
Fun comfortable.
It was.
Can you start again now that you know it's coming?
If you leave me now, you take away the biggest part of me.
See, this isn't uncomfortable, is it? Bro.
Oh, no, it's fun comfortable.
We're broskies.
You know, I've seen you without a shirt. I've seen you in your underwear.
You have?
Well, you did my movie back in the day, and you were in your skivvies.
Yeah.
You're on the side of the road improvising. Very funny shit.
Yeah.
It was always a joy working with you, buddy.
Well, we've seen each other pretty much everything. We've saunted together. We've been in a trailer together.
Yeah, it's Dong Day afternoon with us.
We've seen it all, man.
Yeah, we've seen it. You've seen more.
We've seen it. But now I feel like I got to sing to you.
Go ahead.
Can I sing a little?
Please do it. How about a little Elvis?
No, because it's summer. I want to do... Oh, I know. I don't want to say goodbye for the summer. Michael, I promise you this. I'll send you all my love every day of the summer.
Who is that?
Seal it, and seal it with... Fuck, bro, now I got to start again. That's called stepping on a bro's vibe.
So I stepped on his vibe.
You ran up on me and did a Rambo.
I did, and I thought you were going to take your shirt off again.
Hey, you ran up on me and did a Rambo.
Look, you take your shirt off in your own podcast. I don't know about that. People look at you differently, you know.
Let me do the last part that you stepped on.
All right, do it.
No, I don't want to say goodbye for the summer. Michael, I promise you this. I'll send you all my love every day in a letter and seal it with a kiss. That was for you, bro. If you don't like it, you can get up on your stumpy veteran legs and walk out the door.
I liked it. I liked it. It felt comfortable. It felt like you were just speaking right to me.
Yeah.
You know? Is that a real song?
Yeah.
Who sings it?
Who's that band? Guar.
No, it's not Guar.
That's Guar.
That's Guar?
Yeah, the guys with the big
monster clothes and stuff?
That's Guar.
I don't think you're lying. I think you're lying. I think it's not Guar. I think they sing harder stuff.
How dare you? Okay, so favorite song from the 80s was If You Leave Me Now.
If You Leave Me Now is one of them.
But wasn't that the 70s?
No, I don't think so. I think it was the 80s.
I think it might have been the late 70s.
I think it's one of my favorite songs of all time. But,
you're right, it is 80s.
I love The Cure. I love Morrissey. I love Def Leppard. I love Duran Duran. I love Talking Heads.
Yeah.
I like, Home is where I want to be. Pick me up and turn me around.
Never heard that song.
I get up.
Is that The Cure?
No, that's Talking Heads.
I don't know that song.
Oh, my God. It's one of the best songs ever.
I don't know it, so therefore I don't like it, and in my mind it doesn't exist. Would you please go back to If You Leave Me Now?
If you leave me now, you'll take away the biggest part of me. There it goes.
And then, woo, no, baby, please don't go.
I think I like that song because I'm a nostalgic guy, and it reminds me of going to my grandma's house. I remember waking up in the middle of the night. My dad's driving straight from Indiana to New York, and I remember getting off this exit, and I just remember that song coming on, and we're almost at grandma's house, and I just remember nostalgia, and it just made me feel good, and I always think of that moment.
Was it late at night?
It was late at night. It's probably 2 a.m.
That's weird. I don't know if you know this song. This was, I think, from the mid 70s. We were up at our cottage, and my uncle had a van. Like back in those days, the only people that had vans were like carpet layers and...
I have a van.
No, now you do. But back in the 70s, it was weird for a regular person to have a van.
Right.
So when me and my sisters got in it, that was like the equivalent of stepping into a Mack truck. It was like you're up higher, and it was like this. And I remember driving down the highway at night, and there's this old song. I forget who it is, but I went to a garden party. And da, 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 da.
Wow,
and it's stuck in my head like you. I remember sitting in the van,
with your sister,
driving. There's my uncle, and out of all the songs in my history, it's like I remember that. That's the beauty of it.
That's great. I was thinking on the way here, I just I miss certain things. I miss the old days. I think I just hit 50, and I don't know about you, but there's something happened. It's just like, oh my gosh, I know it's just a number.
Yeah.
But it's just like when things were easier, when you didn't have to worry about things, and everybody was
pre-social media.
I guess so. It's just like it was, everyone was together. I missed even times like at your house in the pool with people around and laughter, and I mean that's what I want my life to consist of more.
Well, you know what else happened too is everything was like condensed. Like if there was a hit song, everyone across the globe heard it at the same time because the only place you could hear it was on terrestrial radio.
Right.
So everyone shared in that communal experience of there's a new song, and it kind of unknowingly bonded everyone. But now with the digital era, people are listening to music.
You don't know where to go. It's omnipresent, is what it is.
That's right. Well, it's oversaturation. It's like there's so many points of entry.
Same things with TV shows.
Yeah, it's just
there used to be a couple of networks. There used to be this, and everybody could kind of share in watching different things.
Yeah.
But now there's millions of shows.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying this if I sound like a grandpa.
No.
But at the same time, it's too much. It's like, hey, have you seen that show on Paramount City?
Yeah.
Paramount City?
Yeah.
What the hell's that? Oh, have you seen Toto, the new platform for animals? What are you talking about?
My neighbor Wally has a new streaming network. Have you seen this stuff? Yeah, he's vacuuming his rug this week for 12 episodes.
Yeah, I've got 16 streaming platforms to choose from because I want to watch one show. I have to pay $14.99 to watch, and then I cancel it.
You know what happened too? It's diluted because we're actors. I mean, amongst other things, we met acting, but it's diluted the acting world to the point where you don't really feel there's stars anymore. You don't feel, because it's like you will hear about a hit new show on a streaming network, and it could be great, like Stranger Things or Tiger King or whatever, and you watch it all in a week and a half, and you don't even know the names of the actors because you're on to the next thing. And you don't know the producers. You don't know who directed. You don't care.
Yeah.
You forget it almost 2 weeks after you watched it. And you're by the time a year goes through, you've watched nine series that would have taken you 9 years to watch. Seinfeld ran for what, 9 years?
Yeah.
So you would have dedicated 9 years of your life being a Seinfeld fan, and now you can watch a show of that caliber in a week, and you forget the actors, you forget. So it's kind of watered down the whole industry.
Yeah, and I know we're going off on a tangent, folks,
Yeah.
and we're sounding old, but we're speaking our minds here.
Yeah.
But there's also another thing where I feel like, I went to the movies last night. I went and
What'd
saw
you see?
Elvis.
Oh yeah, is it good?
I thought he was terrific, the guy who played Elvis.
Really? I'm a little nervous because on the billboard they had him with mascara on. I thought, what is it, Elvis at a drag show?
He killed it. He killed it.
Well, that's all right, Mama. That's all right for you. That's all right, Mama. Said anything you do, but that's all right. Oh, that's all right.
He was extraordinary.
Was
the
he?
movie is okay.
Yeah.
I gave it a B. Maybe a B.
Really? I didn't know you went to the movies with a fucking hornet's nest.
With a B.
Sorry.
But what I was gonna say
Yeah.
is that don't you think that movie theaters are going to become sort of
I was
obsolete?
thinking that the other
There's
day.
so many movies are going straight to HBO Max,
Yeah.
they're going straight to Netflix,
Yeah.
and I'm like kind of worried, like, oh crap, what's going to happen to the cinema?
I know. I love going to the movies.
It's an event,
We
man.
go a lot. We've been to a lot of movies.
We've been to a lot of movies together. We sit in the back and we kind of make fun of everything.
And then lately, not to sound snobby, but
Or
a few,
Chelsea.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. Is that the counter to the horrible B joke?
There you go.
Lately, a few times we've actually rented out a theater at a theater.
That's
and
true. During
just
the
gone
COVID,
with a bunch of friends.
During the COVID, we rented out Quiet Place 2.
Yeah.
I rented out
Nobody with Bob Odenkirk.
Yeah, Nobody. That was a good time.
Yeah.
That was fun. It was
kind of
fun.
Felt a little special renting out your own theater.
Yeah, it feels special going to the theater. But what's really sucks? I went to the Universal City Walk. Could barely get that one out.
Yeah.
And as I'm going to valet, I'm paying, and the guy's like, and I go, hey, I got validation for valet as well. And he says, $45.
Come on.
I paid $45 for valet.
To park.
$45. I even said to him, I go, $45. And he goes, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I'm like, this is,
Wait, Stallone was your valet guy?
Look, I don't know what to tell you. Look, it's $45.
It's probably because it was Stallone. You had to pay like a celebrity fee.
To meet him.
Hey, I can't do it. I can't.
You can do it. Say the fucking light. It's like, just load it around. Hey, that's good to see. How you doing? Like, just throw it away.
I had Rodney Dangerfield park my car for me.
Hey, Harland, what kind of car is this? Hey, ever thought of a car wash?
Hey,
your car's filthy like your mom's ass.
I thought you were going to do an electric car joke. Hey, your wife been using this electric car as a vibrator?
What's wrong with your wife? You knew Rodney, too. I love those stories.
I knew Rodney, yeah.
You were there when he passed away.
I was one of the last people to see him alive. I was at his bedside 8 hours before he passed. I was like standing there.
Was that tough?
Dude, it was really hard to be there with him because he was such a big legend. So full of life. And he's such a big guy that made so much. And to be at his bedside and see the state he was in, and I was just sort of overwhelmed. And then it wasn't until I left the hospital. I was walking out the front doors of the hospital, and the waterworks.
You lost it.
It just really upset me. Like I sort of became, because it was not only Rodney, but it was also just, you think about the mortality of yourself, of your friends, you realize like you go about your day and you just realize, you think life is here perpetually. And then when you see it ending, when you see the candles starting to dim, and then it's gone. It's and you knew he was the state he was in. I don't want to sound grim, but I didn't think he would be able to recover. It
was that bad,
and that was part of it. I was like, God, this guy that just made everyone laugh, and the legend he left behind, and it was I just lost it. It was tough.
Yeah, I start thinking about that stuff. I'm at the age where it's like, my mom's 75, my dad's in his 70s.
Mm-hmm.
My grandma's I'm lucky to have her around. She's 94, and I'm like,
wow.
And I feel like if you start to really think about things, people die in their 50s.
Yeah,
people have heart attacks. My friend Phil almost just died. They removed like half his liver or something.
What happened?
He had cancer. and like
God.
all of a sudden, it's life's like that, and
Yeah.
we take it for granted, and you can't obsess.
No.
You can't sit here and every day think, oh, this could be it. But you do have to sort of think about living your life and really trying to find purpose and enjoy it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I talk about on the podcast all the time.
Your podcast. Yeah. Tell them the name of your podcast.
Well, I have two podcasts. One's called Inside You with Michael Rosenbaum.
Yeah.
And it's really talking to celebrities about, facing adversity in life and anxiety and real stuff. And
Yeah, you go deep.
people open up. They really open up, and people, I guess they like the podcast. So check out Inside
They
You.
love the podcast. It's doing great. And I'm going to say this because I watch it. I've seen a lot.
You've been on it.
I've been on it, and I've seen some of the episodes too. And I would also say that you love to go deep into people, but I also recognize that you almost use it as a form of reverse therapy for yourself.
I do.
Because you go in and you love to talk about your emotions and feelings. And I notice you go into people, get what they have going on, and then you bounce what you have off of them, and it becomes this reciprocal,
Yeah, you're
almost
right.
like a therapy session.
You're right.
It's really interesting.
Because but I learn from people.
Oh, yeah, I can see the wheels turn, and I know you so well.
Like,
I
I'm
can
like,
tell.
what works for you? What are you doing that makes
Yeah.
you work? And if I'm finding that information, it could be helping me. It could be helping listeners.
Yeah.
And so, like, I had one guy, Stephen Amell, who's the Arrow. He had an anxiety attack on the podcast, and he let me keep the podcast.
Oh, did
so
he?
you hear him having an anxiety attack.
What does that sound like? What for people who've
just
never
says-
had one? Is it like jitters? Can you see it?
Your body tingles. It's different for everybody, but I get overwhelmed. Your heart rate is fast. You could start to sweat. You feel like you're going to pass out. You feel numb. You get tunnel vision. There's a lot of different anxieties that people get and physical manifestations. But like he just looks at me and goes,
Keep going.
Harlan, are you okay? Are you having an anxiety attack, sir?
I am.
Are you okay, sir? He looked at me and just goes, hey, Rosie, I think I'm having an anxiety attack. And I go,
Wow.
what? Are you okay? He goes, yeah, I think I should go. I think I got to go.
Wow.
And I can relate to that because there's been moments, even in the beginning of this podcast, I get anxious.
What, for this one?
Even right here when we started, I started to get a little anxious.
Really?
I started to get a little anxious, and I stopped myself and said, this is Harland.
I knew you would. You even told me earlier in the week, you're like, I might not come up because I'm feeling a little anxious. And,
Yeah.
And I've known you, 20 years now?
Yeah.
I just went, the minute he sits down, that's going to go away. Because we're
Yeah.
like an old coat for each other.
An
I
old
mean,
couple.
that's why, you want to hear a little secret?
Yeah, let's hear it.
I opened with the let's sing to each other thing because I knew it would be therapeutic and bring you into the comfort zone.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Harland.
I think deep
for
too, man.
loosening me up.
Yeah.
Helping me relax.
That's what buddies do.
This is what friendship is, buddy. We've been friends for over 20 years. Started with sorority boys, and it's continued on through the decades. If you've got anxiety,
Tell 'em, Mike.
find a good friend like Harlan Williams. He'll be there for you. He'll sing to your heart, and he'll make you feel good. It's the Harlan Highway.
Great. I'm having an anxiety attack. You built me up too much. Actually, I think that's a koala attack. Get me some eucalyptus.
That's what they eat.
They eat eucalyptus.
And that's why they nap all the time.
Yeah, and apparently they're drunk all the time. Sound familiar?
What do you?
Nothing.
What are you
bro.
insinuating,
I didn't
sir?
I didn't even run up on you and do a Rambo.
On Gatorade, that's what I drink.
Hey, I got about some eucalyptus.
So fucking right. I ain't gonna do your podcast anymore. I love when he gets mad. I was on set with him. I got
Wait, hold on. Michael was in Guardians of the Galaxy.
I was in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and that's all I could say.
That's
right
all
now.
we can say.
But
you
in
worked
2,
with-
I worked with him. He was
Sylvester Stallone.
He was so sweet. He was
Yeah.
so great to the crew, so great to everybody. He looked at me. We talked about back surgeries and stuff. Like, you had back surgery? I'm like, yeah, I've had like 7 spines. He goes, 7. But like, who's your doctor? And I said, oh, it's this guy. He goes, I got the same fucking doctor.
No way.
And we started talking about stuff.
What?
So there was just one moment where I saw him get a little, just
Testy?
but not with anybody. It was like the person who works with him or his friend. He had a
Okay.
friend with him, and he just goes, Frank, get the fuck over here.
That's his brother, isn't it?
No, it
Frank?
wasn't.
Oh.
But he has a brother, Frank, but it wasn't Frank, his brother.
So he was,
and it was just a moment where he was annoyed. He goes, "Get the fuck over! What are you doing?"
Whoa!
And it was just a little thing, and I was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's got an edge. Everybody, I lose my shit all the time. He didn't lose his shit, but it was very like quick.
It's cool. Can I tell you a story? I saw Bruce Willis do that when I was on the set of The Whole Nine Yards. We were doing a scene where, remember Michael Clark Duncan from The Green Mile?
Sure.
God bless him.
Loved him.
Such
I
a
loved
great guy.
him.
So there's a scene where Bruce Willis has shot me to death, and they bring my corpse into the front foyer of this big kind of house where Bruce is living in the movie.
Yeah.
And Michael Clark Duncan's carrying me in, and Matthew Perry and Amanda Peter there, and they throw me on the floor, the corpse. And we do the first take, and Bruce stops after the director yells cut, and he goes, man, it's kind of bright in here. He goes, all the lights are on in the lobby of the house, and we're bringing a dead body in. These lights won't be on. And the director, Jonathan, who's an older British guy, is like, it's okay, Bruce. It's all right. It'll be fine. This is the way I want it. And Bruce is like, no, this is too bright. It doesn't make sense. We're bringing in a body. And he's like, it's okay, Bruce. And Bruce just goes, can I see you over here in the office? And everyone just went like, and he did that.
It was just a moment.
He did that Die Hard, like that
Bruce
sideways
Willis look.
Can I see you? That. And they go, it was a rented house.
The lights went down.
And they go in the den. They're in there for about 5 minutes. And we're just, Michael Clark Duncan, fucking Matthew Perry, the whole crew, we're all just standing there. The door opens. Bruce and the director walk out. And the director goes, let's shut off the lights. And everyone just went, it was like,
really?
It was the cool, it was just like.
Bruce is not letting this go.
Yeah, but it was also like, not that I'm disparaging the director, but it was really cool to witness to that moment you were talking about.
I saw Clint Eastwood kind of lose his shit. Well,
here we go.
I was working at Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil.
Oh.
And, Spacey, Kevin was just asking some questions to Clint. He's like, Clint, am I walking in the, no, do you want me to walk to the side or do you want me to walk in the center? He goes, well, whatever you want to do, it's fine. And he goes, yeah, but do I, and he kept asking him questions. He goes, God damn it, whatever you want to do, I don't give a shit.
Did he?
And yeah, it was just a quick snap. It was like, God damn it, whatever you want to do.
To Spacey.
Yeah,
to
Spacey.
A big actor.
And it wasn't like it was just Kevin, Clint was, and he wasn't that old. To me, he was old at the time, and he was only like 67.
Yeah.
At the time, 64, which isn't old, but then it was old to me because I was in my 20s.
Yeah.
God damn it, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
And he just kind of lost his stuff, but most of the time, 99% of the time, he was just very delicate. He was like, Michael, if you just want to acknowledge the jury on this take.
Yeah.
He was beautiful.
Everyone I've ever seen interviewed, like from Matt Damon to you name it, they always go, I was on set with Clint and we're waiting to do the scene and Clint just walks in and he's like, why don't you go ahead? Like he doesn't even say action.
Yeah, he just does this. He looks at his Jack, I forgot his last name, but Jack's his DP, his director of photography.
Yeah.
And he just goes like this. He goes, Jack.
Yeah.
Which means roll. He doesn't even say action. He doesn't even say roll. Goes.
No, I think he meant Jack was crazy. He was like,
Jack, you're fucking nuts.
You need fucking therapy. Get off Michael's podcast immediately.
Get out of here.
Oh, I got it. Can you tell this story though? Because it's one of my. And then I want to tell them how you and I met. But you did a movie. I think it was called Pool Hall Sharks or something.
Pool Hall Junkies.
And you met Christopher Walken.
Yeah.
And
what's funny is I told the story, so maybe it's happened before with people where he does this. But Christopher Walken, I went up to him and I said, I'm so excited to work with you.
You never met him.
I've never
You're
met
just
him.
getting on set.
I'm a big fan. This is really exciting to me.
Huge star.
You're a huge star. Should I call you Chris or should I call you Mr. Walken?
Yeah.
And he looked at me and goes, I don't know. Call me Flash. Then he fucked off. He just walked away. Call me Flash. It was the weirdest thing in the world. The best. He was
Only
a weird
he
guy.
could say that. Did you call him Flash after that?
Yes, I actually called him
You did?
Well, it was funny because I go, Flash!
Yeah.
Flash! And he wouldn't look at me. Finally, I was with my friend Anson. I was like, watch this. I got an insight with Walken. And I go, Flash, what's up? And he just goes, what?
Imagine he looked at you and went, call me Christopher.
Call me what, Mr. Walken?
Yeah.
He just didn't. He completely dissed me, and I was like, "What the hell?" Then I had him sign my King of New York DVD at the time.
Yeah.
And he's about to sign. I go, "Could you put to Michael?" And it was 2000. It was in 2000. I go,
Yeah.
to Michael. You know, from Christopher
Yeah.
Walken. He looks at me like, I know what I'm doing. You know, Chris Walken. I go, and then he put 2000 and goes 2000. Just looked and I go, yeah,
Yeah.
2000.
That's what year it is.
When we're doing it.
Yeah.
He just was an odd guy. I remember he's a dancer and he had his shoes and you could always see his toes crunched up in front of his feet.
You sure he wasn't a geisha girl?
Or a Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, where the legs roll up. By the way, have you ever orgasmed so hard your legs roll up?
Not yet.
Like the house fell on you?
I wish.
Oh, someday when you just have your moment and those legs curl up, and you got to wear the black and white striped leggings too to really make it
As
work.
your housekeeper walks by.
Their last day here, Quinn.
God.
But tell them. I want to tell the story where we first met because we did it. Me and Michael met on a movie called Sorority Boys that we did.
Sorority Boys. You know,
years ago.
people love this movie. If you want a good laugh, you want to sit back. People really do. They come up to me at conventions.
Yeah.
They come up to me on the streets. Sorority Boys.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite movies. It became a cult. It didn't
Yeah,
do well in the box office.
Yeah, no.
It didn't make us any money.
Yeah.
But the movie, people enjoy it.
It made us more than money, my friend. It made us a lifelong friendship. That's where the money
We became really great friends, and I was a fan of yours to start. I remember going. I said, who's in the? Somebody said, who's in the movie? My friend Matt Ballard, and I said, Barry Watson and Harland Williams. He goes, what? Harland Williams is hilarious, and I go, yeah, Dumb and Dumber, something about Mary, and went on, and I go, yeah. And when I met you, I just was like, you're so naturally funny. You're just a goof. You just want to have fun.
I went to DeVry, bro. It's not natural.
You went to DeVry?
I studied at DeVry for years to be funny.
But you're the person you want to be around in life because you don't take life always that seriously. I've seen you cry. I've seen you have moments. I've seen when your mom passed.
Yep.
I've seen serious moments that many people haven't seen.
Yeah.
Real Harlan. But for the most part, Harlan is just trying to enjoy life. And I'm like, I want to be on this roller coaster with him.
And
I want to take this ride. And we've taken a lot of rides
we've
together.
had some goodies.
Oh, you got me to Burning Man. I didn't want to go. You got me to go to the Amazon. I didn't want to go. You've pulled me out of my, what do you call it? Comfort zone.
Yeah.
You really have, and I appreciate
I call it your coma, actually.
My coma?
Yeah.
Well, it's sort of a coma.
No, I'm kidding. You're one of the most, sounds like we're like stroking each other now, but you're one of the most like vibrant friends I have. Like you always are doing things. Like a lot of people I know, it's like, they'll go a few months and go, I'm going to a party or I'm going to a concert or I'm going to an event or you do stuff almost every freaking week. You're at a concert. You go to.
I think
you
I've
do
slowed
a lot.
down a little bit. I think I've slowed down a little bit, but I wanna start doing a little more. In fact, we talked about it, but I had an anxiety attack on Sunday night.
No
so
way.
People came. We went to Buca de Beppo for my birthday, and we had a back room.
And I felt bad because I didn't go because like
COVID,
10 of the people had COVID recently.
Well, yeah,
so
but they had
freaking
gotten
out.
over, but I made everybody test, and
I know I was nervous.
But
so I'm taking
understood.
them out on my own for dinner.
I still owe you a dinner.
Arby's.
But I got on these meds for anxiety, and they didn't work.
Oh no!
And they exacerbated my anxiety to the point where at my own gathering,
the birthday party,
I was struggling.
Oh no!
Oh, dude, I wanted to run out of there. I was tingling and like gonna pass out and like I can't do this. I told everybody there I'm having an anxiety attack. I don't know what to do. And not a lot of people knew.
I hope no one jumped out of a cake because you probably would have had a stroke.
Man.
Happy birthday! Oh!
But it was but here's Here's the thing. Now I got off the meds, and I'm not on any meds right now, and I'm feeling a little better. But what I've done is I'm swimming every day. Nice. I'm taking walks every day.
You're
dog.
walking now?
I'm walking.
I tried to get this guy to walk with me every day during 2 years of COVID. He goes, I hate walking. We went on one walk.
We went on 2 walks.
We went on one walk past Jared Leto's secret compound in the hills.
Now we did also walk around your compound.
Twice. We went on 2. That's one walk a year to Mr. I Love to Walk.
You're welcome.
And by the way, you're welcome. Thank you.
Yes.
He takes me past it. I guess there was an old U.S. Air Force like radar base or something they built in the Hollywood Hills.
Right.
And it's like this weird like 1960s. It looks like a nuclear. And Jared Leto bought it.
At one point or something.
And it was so bizarre.
It was Harper's.
But anyways, before we go into our adventures, I don't know if you want to reenact it, but I'm going to tell the story. When I met Michael for the first time on Sorority Boys, we had to do what's called a table reading. So all the actors and the people involved have to come into a big boardroom, and we sit around the table, and we literally read the script out loud. Yeah. It takes an hour and a half to read an hour and a half script.
Do you get nervous during those?
A little bit. Because
I was nervous because they could fire you.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like you're reading the part. You're not acting the part. And I feel like if they don't like the sound of the reading... They'll
fire you. I've heard about people getting fired in table reads.
Yeah.
My buddy John Heater got fired off it was like a Will Ferrell, Adam McKay pilot because of a table read or something.
Yeah, he was Napoleon Dynamite.
He was Napoleon Dynamite.
You don't fire that guy.
No, you don't fire that guy.
Yeah, it's a little intimidating, and not only that, but you're meeting all the other actors and stuff for the first time. In a lot of cases, you're meeting the director.
Right, so there's no real chemistry yet.
Yeah,
you're just
there's no
figure it out.
And then you're reading a part that, you probably haven't looked at the script since you auditioned 5 months earlier.
Well,
or in my case,
I prepared. You don't always prepare like that.
I don't. But at any rate, it isn't. I do get a little freaked out by it, but I'm like, you know what? I'm here. They cast me. Let's go.
Why do you have garbage bag on your notes?
Oh, I want to ask you about.
All right.
You'll see.
I want to
go
back to the table read.
It's one of my favorite stories. One of my favorite funny moments.
I don't want to be part of. You're cutting it out.
No, you'll love it.
Jesus.
But anyway, so Michael walks into Barry Watson, the other sorority boys,
the best looking,
sexiest guy in Hollywood.
Boys, yeah.
This guy could have had any girl he wanted. He probably did. And then Michael walks in. I was already there, and Michael walks in last. And first thing you did before you even said hi, you had your hand under your shirt. And I've never heard anyone make better fart noises doing this, but you just walked in do it. This is how I meet this guy.
I have not matured. I'm 50 years old and I do armpit farts. You know what's funny about that? When I was in Indiana, America's Funniest Videos had an audition, and my brother and I sang Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer had a very shiny nose. All of the other, and we would just armpit fart together. We thought for sure we're getting on, and we didn't get on.
Oh,
we had to wait. I had to wait for fame.
Gold. So that was my introduction to Michael.
People just turned off.
Before he even said anything, he walks in doing this.
And what'd you think?
Oh, I was like, part of me thought, this guy's obnoxious, but he's also hilarious. And I thought, here we go. And then me, you, and Barry had the funnest chemistry on that. Out of all the movies I've done, that one I laughed the most. With the other actors, it was just we were.
Yeah, we even tried to get Sorority Boys 2 going about a couple years ago, and we couldn't get it going, and we just wanted to do it for low budget. We had some ideas and really funny story, and I think mostly I wanted to do it because, again, I still haven't had that much fun as I did on that movie. It was glorious.
Yeah.
Every day was a riot. It was why when you're in college or high school and you're dreaming about fame and being in movies, you don't think about money and all these. You think about just being in the movies.
Yeah.
And when we were on, that's what it was. It was just this excitement of just making each other laugh and making the crew laugh and running around in drag. It was an absolute treat, man. Yeah, I miss those days.
There's a lot of scenes in that movie where if you watch the movie closely, you can see us like laughing. It looks like we're in character.
Oh yeah, there's moments when you had the roofie thing, you go, you see, I want you to take this little thing right here. And I go, is that a roofie? And you're like, no, this is not. And if you look at the back of my head, you can see my lips going.
Yeah. And
many times in that movie.
And by the way, that was our first scene that we shot.
Was it?
Yeah, because I remember I went, oh my God, these guys are cracking up, and this is our first scene.
I couldn't stop laughing.
And I know, I
remember. The director
remember.
called me by my last name. Wally Wolodarski goes, Rosenbaum.
Yeah.
And I go, I'm sorry.
I know. We were dying, and I thought, if this is our first scene and we can't get through it,
we're in trouble.
I thought we were in trouble, but we're going to have the best time, and we did.
Oh, yeah.
We got through
best time. If you haven't seen it, it's worth a shot.
It's worth it.
Maybe smoke
Stream
a J.
it. Stream it.
Watch Sorority Boys. Just have a good time.
Stick your head in an air fryer.
Couldn't get away with it today, that movie.
No, there's some stuff in there.
Yeah, it's a shame, too, because you should be able to get away with it, because
it's art.
We're redeeming ourselves at the end. We're redeemed.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if we redeem ourselves. If it's art and you're portraying something that's vile or over the top, or that's what you need to do. Movies is the place to show that stuff, because we can't show it in real life. Like, like in guys shooting up a room or a monster. It's like, that's what movies are for, to imagine the things we can't do in reality. Boy, that was deep.
Deep.
Let's get back to some of our adventure.
Here we go. Let's do it.
Let's
back to
talk
the adventures.
about some of our adventures, because we had some such cool ones. We went down to the Amazon. I had planned a trip to the Amazon, and I'd already booked it. And one day we were shooting the breeze, and I told you, and you said, I want to go. And I said, really? And you said, yeah. So you can't. We booked you on it.
We went to Peru.
We went to Peru, and then we went down. We got a small plane and we drove into the jungle, and we got on this boat that held about, I don't know, 20 or 30 other people.
And we spent a week
cruising down the Amazon River.
Fishing for piranhas. I
caught a piranha. You caught piranha. I caught a piranha. We went hunting for caiman, which is a smaller.
You caught one. You brought a caiman up from the boat, didn't you?
I had my hands on one and it got away, but the guy that was with us caught one and let us hold it. I don't think you held it.
No, I didn't.
But I did.
It looked a little bit rough.
Yeah, it's scary. I mean, it's a big crocodilian.
Yeah.
And so we have video of it, but maybe I'll put it on the podcast.
Yeah. Watch it right there. Watch it. You see, guys? Now you can see Bear's profile there. They have 72 teeth in their upper and the lower jaws, and they lose their teeth 45 times.
Okay, bring them away, please. Thank you.
Don't worry.
Close
right
to
there.
the face.
Look at Close to my beautiful face. Right there.
Average face, maybe.
The caiman.
That's the caiman. This caiman can approach size up to 6 feet long, so they grow close to 2 meters long. So this
Don't
baby.
let go of that neck, George.
Yeah.
No, este mica metro y medio, este es menos de un metro.
Caught a caiman on the Amazon River.
He's not kidding.
And that blood on his sleeve is not his.
That's not helping.
Let me just feel his legs.
That's what she said.
The tail, this is just...
One of my favorite videos is they caught a 9-foot anaconda.
Oh, yeah.
And remember, we took each turn, we put it around our necks.
Yeah.
That was a little scary.
That was a little dicey.
Harland.
Yeah.
I
I got the anaconda in the Amazon jungle.
You wanna grab the head?
You got
Gently from the back.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Don't press. Don't put pressure. Okay.
There we go.
Gracias.
Don't let it get out. Wow. Are you okay, my friend? I feel good. I feel good. Harland, what is he doing?
No,
I think you're strangling the anaconda.
Don't put pressure on the head.
Be careful, bud. All right, George, get that thing away from him.
Okay. Let me help you with that thing.
You got him?
Yeah.
Oh, his teeth are out, I think.
Gently. Wow,
You're in the middle of nowhere, and they're asking you to do this, and you.
I asked to do it.
You shit
They
your
didn't. I
pants and
said,
died.
I want
Did
to
I
hold
do
it.
it? Did I do
you
it?
didn't want to. And I said to you, I said, Michael, I'm doing it. Look, it's okay as long as they told us how to hold it. I said, when you look back on this trip, you want to see yourself, when you're 85 in a rock, you want to have footage of you holding an anaconda in the Amazon. And you did it.
I did it.
And then on the other end of the spectrum, we were in this little village in the middle of the Amazon, and this little family came up in a boat, and they had caught a wild sloth.
Oh yeah,
remember?
I remember.
And it was the kid's pet.
Yeah,
and you were holding it, and we were holding it, and it was like the look on your face. If I can find the footage, I'll put it in the podcast.
It was wild. It was wild.
So cool.
Yeah.
I'm in the Amazon rainforest, or on the Amazon. One of the local villagers handed me his baby sloth, and he's just almost as adorable as me. Right, little buddy? Right? Oh, nose kisses. Nose kisses.
That was a wild trip, man. I thank you for helping me explore the world.
Oh, it was great. You know, some of my favorite moments was just us whaling down the Amazon, and because there were smaller motorboats attached to the big boat, and during the day we do day trips. Yeah, bud. Look at this. We're on the actual Amazon River.
Swimming, remember us just swimming in the Amazon?
We swam in the Amazon.
We swam in the Amazon.
We dove in our underpants.
In our underpants.
And, you know, now looking back, man, I mean, piranhas, caimans.
Yeah, and they said there's a little bacteria thing that can get into the tip of your penis, and, like, you can get really sick from it. But I kept thinking about that. Hello?
Hello? Can we not get X-rated here, guy?
Nurse.
Anyway. Wow, just derailed the whole guy goes tip of the penis and everything just froze.
I had to go penis.
Just
it's
froze. But, one of my favorite moments, and you were asleep for it, so you don't know.
I hope this is all recording.
So far, slow good.
Sloth good.
But we were whaling down the river in these motorboats, and you were like so into it. You were so chilled, and I just looked over, and you were like asleep, and I see the jungle whipping by, and I pulled my camera out, and I just got a shot of you just had this sort of content grin on your face, and we're whaling down the Amazon. It was the rainy season, so the rivers were high where we could actually take the boat through the jungles.
Yeah.
And you were just like sort of half passed out. I'll see if I can find the video.
Yeah.
But I love, it's one of my favorite. I don't know why. It there was something really peaceful. And it's like, here I am with my buddy. We're 1,000,000 miles away from our reality. Like, we just talked about where we met.
Yeah.
Hollywood, the glitz, the glamour, the politics, the chess playing. It's a tough game here in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And here I was with one of my best buddies, just wailing down the Amazon.
Just being.
Yeah.
Here I am, the one that you love, asking for another day. Understand the one that you love.
Wait, let me do it
Air
up
Supply.
first.
Jeez Louise.
Well, I don't like, if you're going to do a second verse, I need to do a second part.
Oh.
So do you want to do the second verse?
Understand the one that you love, loving in so
Do I have a nice, like, cleavage, do you think?
I mean,
or
there's
is
a
it
nice
gross?
dent in there. No, it's...
Is it gross?
I don't
Are you
think it's
repulsed?
gross. No, I'm not repulsed.
Call me Flash.
Call me Flash.
Flash.
He is the Flash today. Never seen you so flashy.
I've never seen you so fleshy.
Jeez. Jeez Louise.
No thanks. I'm busy for the rest of my life.
Garbage bags.
So I gotta talk about. I write little bullet points on my list.
Yeah, sure.
But I knew I wouldn't need them because me and you, we've been. I mean, we did two 11-hour like trailer drives to Burning Man.
Oh,
So
boy.
we can talk for eternity. But one of my favorite moments, like I said, Michael loves to have people. You love to have people at your house.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
You know
now.
what it is.
Yeah,
Look at his
yeah.
face. So Michael's got this great group of friends, and they're my friends, but I know them mostly through Michael. And one day we were in his kitchen, and Michael was, changing out the garbage can in his kitchen.
The plastic bags.
Yeah, the
just
white
changing out.
plastic bags. And when you have to get the air in them, you snap them. And there was these two girls standing there drinking beers. And Michael just turned and went, snap, right? And they just jumped. And it was like, this thing filled up with air. And it was just like, there was something so hilarious about it. I'm thinking of, if I ever get a chance to put that in a movie, I'm going to put it in. There's something so funny about it.
It was so surprising.
It's so loud. It's like a firecracker going off.
Yeah. I remember that.
And no one expects the host in their home to walk up to a guest in your house and snap a garbage bag in your face.
Yeah.
A glad garbage bag, which made them unglad to be there, I
Oh,
think.
they were friends. They got it.
I know, they loved it, but I don't know why that cracked me up. So we go to the Amazon, then we go to Burning Man together.
Man,
and you know
Burning Man.
what? I'm going to ask you if you want to do this, because this could be cool or not. You tell me. We shot the whole thing, and I made a documentary film called Burning Man. And it's a chronicle of Michael and I's journey to Burning Man. It's like an 1.5-hour documentary.
Yeah, you've always wanted to air this, and I'm like, I think it's more personal.
It's
for
very
us.
intimate, and that's
very
the purpose. Well,
intimate.
most documentaries are. They're very personal. That's what it's a journey. You go on the journey with us. So what I was going to say is maybe there's little clips we
Maybe
can
there's a
air
clip- yeah,
on
maybe
our
there's clips.
Patreon or something.
Yeah.
Or if you wanted to put the whole movie up on your Patreon, that's an idea we can talk about.
Join my Patreon. I'll email you back. Patreon.com/inside of you.
Right. But it could be the only place where people could watch the whole movie. We can talk
You know what?
about
We'll
it.
talk about it.
Yeah.
Because there's definitely some clips there's some emotional clips when because
Oh.
my dog went blind. My dog, Irv, who passed away now.
2 days before we were
But
supposed
2
to
days
leave.
before we go, he went blind. He had some procedure, and the pressure in his eyes, he just went blind.
Yeah.
And it was very emotional for me. And I was like, Harlan, I can't go. I can't
Yeah.
go. And Harlan said, this is actually the time you should go. Leave your dog with your assistant Jess, and she'll take care of him. There's nothing you can do. And we'll go there and we'll celebrate and we'll pray. And we had this stuffed animal that looked like Irv, and we took it with us. And there's this temple at Burning Man that people bring pictures of their loved ones that have passed away or that are sick, and they pray, and it's kind of an emotional, cool thing.
Yeah, it's a non-denominational. Like they
Non-denominational.
build
It's not
they build
religious.
a giant temple, and it's just spiritual. So
Right.
it can be religious, it can not be religious.
And we
It's-
brought the dog, a stuffed animal
Yeah.
there, and
we prayed.
We prayed, and
that
we
he got
kinda-
his sight back.
And I'm telling you, you don't have to believe me. After praying for the dog and reading a little poetry and little poems that Harlan made, and we were with this girl, what was Deanne.
Yeah.
Deanne was
Beautiful,
awesome. Loved
beautiful.
Deanne.
Yeah.
And we went back to my trailer, and I walked in, and my phone rang.
And this is
And
an hour after we
and
prayed.
we're not getting any signal where we are.
And
my
by the way, we
phone's
prayed
ringing.
hard. We were huddled. We were crying.
crying.
We were like, please bring
I was
the
really
sight
emotional.
back. He loves his dog.
And Jess answers, my assistant answers, and says, Irv can see.
Yeah.
To
and
this
she
day,
showed
I
video.
feel the emotion.
She showed video of him
showed
chasing
video
a
of
ball.
him chasing a ball. It was miraculous.
When we left for Burning Man, Irv was walking into walls.
Walking into walls, couldn't walk, at all.
Here's why I want people to see Burning Man. Folks, I filmed all of this. Like, this is a special, like, I think you're
At least
worried.
a scene. I think there's a scene. There's some things that I'm not crazy for people to see.
Like what?
I don't remember. I have to watch it. You can send it to me again.
I think because you looked at it as a filmmaker and an editor.
Well,
and
more
there's
as
some scenes that are long, but I purposely want them to be long because I want people to have the kind of the road trip moments.
Send it to me again. I want to see it again now.
Wait, you don't still have it?
I don't know. I have it somewhere, but I want you to
I'll
send it.
it.
I want to watch it.
Even if we don't
again.
show the whole movie, and now they're going to want to see it. But even if we just show some scenes, it'll be someday. Someone's got to see the whole movie.
All right.
I think when you're older, you'll look at it again and go, "Oh my God, that was such a fun moment in my life." Maybe it's still too fresh for you. I don't know.
Maybe I want to watch it again. I want to watch it because I'm excited to watch it.
Yeah.
Again.
So I think people would enjoy it. But
it was an experience, by the way. Burning Man, I didn't want to go for many reasons, and I was kind of scared. I'm not like that way. And then
everyone says that.
And I'm telling you, to this day, I think it was the best 3 days of my life.
Michael originally didn't want to go. I had to sort of twist your arm a little, but then to your credit, you went, you know what? I'm going. And I was so happy because everyone has the same attitude. I'm not going. You got over the hump. A guy who said, I don't want to go initially, I can't tell you, probably 20 to 25 times while we were there out having the time of our lives, you just stopped. We could be jumping up and down, screaming. You just stopped and went, buddy, I love you, man. I want you to know this is the best time I've ever had in my life. Like, you said that to me many times, and I said it back.
Yeah.
We just had a riot.
Well, I remember just laughing on our bikes, going 4 a.m, trying to find our trailer, and just riding our bikes with lights on them and going, just laughing and hearing you in the distance say, your wife. And I'm just going, oh my gosh, what's that giant octopus over there? What's this? People are just, everybody's just, it's like if the world were in love.
Yeah.
If the whole world just got together and said, hey man, love you.
It's love, it's art,
I wish the world could be like,
acceptance.
it was fun.
It's like landing on another planet.
It was fun.
I hope we go back one day.
Yeah, I think we should.
I've talked to you
Maybe
about
how about
it.
next year?
Yeah, we've talked about it. Next year, I think we should.
Next year, I think we should. And I won't shit so many times in your trailer.
It's all right.
I think that turned you off a little bit. I could be better. I could be a better roommate.
Good. That's all I needed to hear. I want to do it anyway, whether you crap a lot or not.
No, I'll go to the other shitter.
It was too much fun. It was too much fun.
Too much love and fun.
To let that stand, to let your movements get in the way of a good time.
Amen.
Wow. So this is the story about my second trip to Burning Man, the Burning Man Festival. And I decided to ask one of my best friends, Michael Rosenbaum, to come with me. He reluctantly said yes, and for reasons you'll see, it almost didn't happen. He almost didn't come. But in the end, he did. And a lot of things happened, and this is our story.
Poor Irv, he went blind, dude.
Yeah, but he's gonna be all right. They said there's a good chance, or at least a 50% chance with prednisone that he'll get his sight back after we reduce some inflammation. So he just has to take some pills, some eye drops every day, and he's been pooping. He's been, eating. We went for a walk today, 2 little walks.
Dude, you know what I think's gonna bring his sight back is our journey to Burning Man. We're gonna put a picture up in the temple and pray for him and send out like good energy so his eyesight comes back.
Yeah.
Come here, where you going?
Oh, he just bashed into the suitcase.
You didn't put the fucking suitcase in the RV like I asked.
Well, he just rammed into it. Are you okay?
It's
Oh, he really is blind. All right, let's
It's okay,
Jeez.
baby
What's-
boy.
Guy didn't believe me.
Well, you put it right in the middle of his path.
Well, I didn't know you weren't.
Right in the middle of his blind path.
Obstacle course all
It's
day.
almost like you wanted him to hit it.
I can't believe we're doing this, man.
Yeah.
Just a little.
You're a little nervous, right?
Well, yeah. You about a month ago, 6
Yeah.
weeks ago, you said, "Buddy, let's go to Burning Man," and I wasn't into it. I have to admit. Yeah, you're in the middle of nowhere for like 5 days, but supposedly it's cathartic. People embrace you, and I'm open.
And we're gonna get your dog's sight back, dude.
Most importantly.
Let's go. You ready?
Fuck, well, can you help me with this?
I'm busy holding the camera. Well, someone's got to do the documentary. Selfish. Here we go, dude.
Ready for this?
So, after one of the weirdest packing jobs I'd ever experienced in my life, we headed towards Burning Man, a 537-mile shot straight north from Hollywood to a dry lake bed on an Indian reservation in Nevada called Black Rock City. It's a grueling 9-hour and 32-minute drive, and that's not counting all the stops you make along the way. Our first casualty of having an RV, we couldn't drive through because, as you can see, people have hit us. So the guy back there with the headphones,
RoboCop.
in the distance, he let us like order, and we're walking through the drive-through. Should we pretend we're in a mime car? Like, you be the passenger, and I'll like hold the steering wheel. Would you mind rolling down the window? I'm hot. Oh, here we go. Hang on. We're going.
Hello there.
Hey, man.
How you doing?
What's up,
Pretty
dude?
good, man.
We don't have
How's
a
it going?
car.
Oh, it's nice. I like it. I like the invisible paint you got going there.
Right?
I think you got a flat there.
That's his wiener. Flat wiener. Taking my first dump in the RV. Hey, Harland.
What?
Guess what I'm doing?
I have a feeling I already know.
Well, take a guess.
Taking a dump.
Thank you.
Bro.
He was right.
The Playa, a dry lake bed spanning over 200 square miles. Actually, one of the largest, flattest surfaces on planet Earth. The dry, dusty bed of the former Lake Lahontan, 15,000 years ago covered in 500 feet of water. Now, a vast, empty, flat lake bed covered with a bunch of people like me and Michael looking for an adventure, looking for a miracle for a blind dog. We're heading into Burning Man. Whoa, bro. Whoa.
I mean, this is Mad Max.
Look, it's coming right across the road. We're about to go blind here in about 5 seconds, guys.
See you in Oz.
Like being locked up inside a funhouse in the belly of an electric jellyfish. A mile across, filled with fun, fantasy, and 70,000 free-spirited people.
This is a blast. Look at this. Burning Man. Can you believe I'm here?
Rosie O'Grady.
No one's watching this except you and me.
Yeah, really.
This is for me to you, Harland.
Yeah, bud.
Hey, buddy, I love you.
Love you, bud.
I love you, buddy. I'll see you at the convalescent home in about 30.
So we're taking Irv. Show me Irv, bro. We're taking Irv.
Taking him to the temple to get his sight back.
Going into the temple. There it is. We're gonna try and get Irv fixed up. Say some prayers. Get his sight back, bro. As we approached the mesmerizing temple, I could see Michael slowing down. This was a guy who never slowed down. I knew Michael well, and I knew that this was throwing him off his game. The temple was powerful, a non-religious, non-denominational structure where people of all kinds could just simply go and pray with whatever beliefs they had. It belonged to nobody, and it belonged to everybody at the same time.
Whatever you want it to be.
beautiful, mystical, spiritual, and maybe even intimidating. And somehow, with Dee in the lead, I felt like me and Michael were the lion and the scarecrow, following Dorothy to meet the great and powerful Oz.
And we know that you love like all of your creation so much and all the animals, and so we just lift up Irv and we pray for healing of his eyes, Lord. We know you can do all things, and we know that you're the healer, the ultimate healer, and we just lift him to you. We ask that you hold him close in your arms and just look over him, God, and when we return back, let him just be completely healed and so joyful and so happy and feeling amazing.
He's following the fucking ball, man.
Throw it again, Katie. Throw it downstairs. Throw it over him.
Yes!
This is glorious. I never expected this, you know? Harland, my buddy, was telling me, you gotta do this, buddy.
And I was like, I don't know if it's for me. It's for every human being.
You got a heartbeat, then Burning Man's for you. If you don't have a heartbeat, if you don't have faith in something, you'll find faith pretty quickly out here.
Pretty magical.
They have 24 hours. I'm just like, are you kidding me? It's just, epic. Epic is the word.
There's the man.
The spirit manifests itself in so many different ways, and to be honest, this was a part of the journey that I hope Michael would be able to recognize and lay witness to. And boy, did he ever. I knew Michael would have no problem finding the fun here, but now we also found something much deeper.
How many people know you're really alive? Yes!
And so, in the end, maybe Irv was trying to tell us something. Maybe Irv was there to remind us that sometimes we all go blind in life. Maybe Irv's blindness was a reminder to all of us to take it all in, absorb, live, laugh, love, enjoy, before it all fades to black. Last thing I want to talk about, because this is one of our most recent adventures, me and Michael rented a beach house down in Florida. We just wanted to get away. This was, about a year and a half ago?
Oh, yeah.
We rented a beach house down in Florida, right on the coast, because we wanted to go fishing and stuff.
That's right.
And just hang out. So we got this great
beautiful place
with a really long dock. And we were in swimming. We were diving for shells and seafood.
Yeah, what did
stuff.
we collect?
Scallops.
Scallop diving and collect them in a bag and just... It was beautiful.
It was so fun. And then on the last day, we had made a lot of food. We had made like all these scrambled eggs and everything like that.
Yeah.
And it was our last day. So me being a wise guy, I go, I'm going to go throw this in the ocean. So I went way down to the end of the dock.
Threw a bunch of scrambled eggs in the ocean. And I have it on video somewhere. If you dump, what is he doing? He's dumping a bunch of scrambled eggs in the ocean.
Up too.
Yeah.
Threw it in the ocean, and then Michael comes out on the end of the dock, and we're standing there laughing.
Right where we were swimming,
right where we were swimming, right? We're howling at that there's an omelet loose in the ocean. And all of a sudden, like a 9-foot tiger shark swims right up at our feet. And we're just like, what the? This is where we were swimming yesterday.
It was terrifying.
Yeah, it was pretty wicked.
It was pretty wicked.
And we filmed the shark.
We have the tiger shark. I mean, just crazy.
There's sharks. Film them. Wow. Come on this way. That's a tiger shark, bro. Look at the big fish following them. Look at them. Wow. Oh, that's my first. This is where we swim.
Another crazy adventure.
I know. What's our next? Before we go, why don't you
guys? They could chime in and say, you guys should do this. You guys should go here.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys want to suggest an adventure for me and Michael, because COVID kind of stopped us. The Florida thing was our last one, which is about a year and a half ago.
Can we do that again?
Oh, yeah, we got it. We got to go find that.
We got to find that house.
We got
again.
more omelets to flip,
Yeah,
man.
we do.
But yeah, send suggestions for me and Michael, and then when we have you back, you're going to come back and do this again.
Man, of course.
We got to do more singing.
Yeah, I'm in.
Before we go, Michael is so talented on so many levels. His band is a relatively new thing. You started that about 3-4 years ago.
Our second Sunspin, we have our second album out.
Yeah.
It's coming out in September.
So
you can go online and look up Sunspin and listen to the album. I think you'll actually really enjoy it.
You'll love
really
it. I'm
fun.
telling
It's
you.
a good
I wrote
album.
Michael like a 2-page review when I heard it. I was like, wow.
He did. Thank you.
You blew my mind because I didn't know. I mean, I know you sing. I know you play guitar. By the way, Michael's the singer, and his friend Rob
His lead guitar
does the guitar, but it's really good. I'm excited. What's the name of the second album?
It could be called "It Never Is What It Is," but we don't know exactly
yet.
We're
that
waiting.
new. It's not even out yet.
It's not out yet. It will come out probably in September. The album's done except for some harmonies.
Okay.
A couple harmonies, but you can find the other album everywhere on Spotify.
Do you guys have a website and stuff?
Yeah, sunspin.com. You can get a bunch of cool merch.
Yeah.
And the podcast is called Inside You with Michael Rosenbaum. You can find that anywhere on YouTube. I have a Patreon. And the new podcast we started like a week ago is called Talkville. It's a Smallville rewatch podcast with me and Tom Welling. Been getting great responses, and we watch an episode of Smallville and then we review it and critique it, and people call in, and we have a couple episodes in the can, and I think it's going to be a big success.
I got to interject for a second here. I feel horrible. At the top of the show, I should have mentioned Michael was one of the stars of the Smallville series that ran for 7 years on television. This was Lex Luthor right here.
Well, there you go, folks.
So I feel bad I didn't say that
I
at
wouldn't
the
feel
beginning.
bad.
I do. I feel really bad, and I think I'm having an anxiety.
You okay?
No, not really.
Have you ever had an anxiety attack?
Get me an omelet.
Have you ever had
Get me a shark omelet.
Have you ever had an anxiety attack? Never.
No, I've never.
You've never had anxiety.
Not really.
You never get really nervous about something?
You want to hear my secret? It's really simple and stupid.
This is what it's about.
Okay, and then we're gonna wrap it up. But whenever I get to feeling down, or I feel myself feeling down, or I feel anxiety, or I feel the thermometer rising, it's the simplest idea. I don't know if I'm an idiot or a genius for it, but in my head, like in your head, visualize an orange right now. Do you see an orange?
Yes.
So what I do is in my head, you see that light switch on the wall?
Yep.
I visualize a light switch. And whenever something starts to go, I just go, no, I'm in control. This is my body. I'm in control of my brain. You're not in control of me. And I visualize the switch and I go, click, and off I go. I just shut it the fuck off.
You can do that.
I can do that.
You've always been able to do that.
I didn't really need to do that till I kind of got into adulthood, because when you're younger,
you don't think
thing
of those
was
things.
too carefree. But as you get older and you start worrying about money and relationships and your mortality and everything, politics, as you get older, your mind starts to explore heavier
Switch.
things.
Just a little click.
Did you just shut me off?
Let me just get back on. There you go.
And then, so what happens is I do the thing, and that, are you going to shut me off again?
No, not now.
So that's my, it's simplistic, but it works. Now, if something really monumental happened, like I rolled a minivan and hit a bunch of old ladies who were picking blueberries on the side of the 405 and smashed their faces in, that switch might have to be flicked a few times. But, for the general stuff, I get through it.
Thanks for the insight.
Yeah.
That was helpful. I tried to breathe. There's like this, one of my guests on my show, and actually I've heard this a few times, a quick exercise for you.
Ooh.
You breathe in slowly 4 seconds. You hold 4 seconds. And slowly let it out 4 seconds. and then hold for 4 seconds, and then continue to do it, and you will immediately feel better.
Wow, that's a lot of seconds.
It really helps just control your breathing. Focus on something else. Relax. It's not so that does help me a little bit.
That's what I mean. Simple but effective. That's
Simple
like my
but effective.
switch. Good. We each gave each other
a little thing.
Little present. That's what buddies do.
Buddy.
And I don't think have you plugged everything you want to mention? Is there anything else?
Everything's. If you guys want to do check things out, check them out. If not, if not, you don't have to. But this has been a real joy, buddy.
They're going to check it out.
I hope so.
I'm telling you.
So.
Folks, it's been a pleasure. My buddy, we'll do this again.
I'm excited. We could talk about anything, really.
We could. It's my buddy Michael Zachary Rosenbaum, and that's it for today, everybody. Until next time, chicken, chow mein, baby. And click the switch. Ready? Flick.